Hi there, this is Ekla Naklis. This video is a presentation on the Freytag Pyramid analysis of the short film called Pasport Ekspres by Rewan Ishak. Storytelling is a medium that transcends both culture and time. With every story told, be it poetry or plays, they all share a common pattern. They all should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. In the 19th century, a German novelist called Gustav Freytag laid out a diagram that looks like a pyramid, and he dubbed this the Freytag Pyramid. It was a study on the 5-act dramatic structure. The first being an exposition, the second is a rising action, the third is the climax, the fourth is a falling action, and finally, the resolution. As a primer to any story, the exposition is used to let the audience know of any important background information that pertains to the story's universe. Some examples include information on the settings, important events that may have occurred before the main plot, as well as the characters' background stories.
Kakak, let's go!
Okay, jom!
The short film opens with a straightforward introduction of the protagonist, Ali Hisham. Ali is placed front and center facing the audience as his background reveals posters of his favorite film. With the help of a narrator, the audience finds out that Ali is a lonely filmmaker with very few close friends. The short introduction ends with Ali heading into a train at 8:30 p.m. and upon reaching his coach compartment, he meets with another passenger who introduces himself as Umar Ghazi.
Oh, by the way, Ghazi.
Following a similarly styled graphic introduction, the audience is introduced to Umar, a vintage collector motivated by Indiana Jones films to travel. He claims that he is heading to Bangkok, and Ali lets him know that he is headed for Arau. The viewers were provided this information through dialogue.
Arau. Aku pergi Bangkok.
The film then leads to the second part of the plot structure.
The rising action!
A rising action is a series of events that build up to a certain point of interest. Whatever happens in this act is a setup for the climax, making it a very important event.
The train reaches Alostar the next morning. Umar realizes that he lost his passport and is frantically searching for it. Without his passport, he will not make it to Bangkok. This event is used to set the two characters on course for the whole story. The scene then cuts to Umar, who had gotten off the train with Ali. Ali then proposes that Umar followed him around town.
Kalau kau tak kisah duduk kat baju hotel, kau boleh ikut aku.
Moments go by, and the audience is then introduced to the third and final character, Cikgu Roslan, who was given the same animated introduction. Cikgu Roslan, a BM teacher from KL who had chosen to teach in Perlis, is an Usman Awang fan, and turns out to be an old friend of Umar. Cikgu Roslan then offers to drive them around town to catch up and kill time. Their first stop, Chuping. Chuping is where Ali reminisces the time he spent daydreaming at the sugarcane field. This part of the rising action reveals that Ali's inner conflict is connected to his own hometown.
Banyak sangat tengok filem.
Dulu aku tengok filem kat pengwayang. Kira untuk aku escape dari sini.
After several key events, the plot brings us closer to the climax. The climax is usually the turning point that has the power to determine the protagonist's fate, and is usually the most exciting part.
At this part of the film, the three young men find themselves at Pasit Timataso. They look into the distance until Ali finally acknowledges his worry for his future. Cikgu Roslan then responds by telling him not to worry and shares how he was steadfast in his decision to become a teacher in a small town. He then quoted an excerpt from Usman Awang's poem Jiwa Hamba.
Selagi hidup berjiwa hamba, pasti tetap terjajah abadi.
This line struck a chord in Ali, and the viewers get a subtle glimpse of his inner revelation.
So the last part of the Freytag Pyramid is the Denouement. The Denouement is explained by Freytag as a falling action. In other words, it's an ending that wraps the whole story up nicely. This is when major conflicts are resolved or anxieties and tensions are released. The portion of the plot usually concludes by revealing any remaining secrets, questions, or mysteries.
The three men in one of the two final scenes are seen enjoying the view of the sunrise on top of a hill, reveling in the beauty of the surrounding nature as well as their newfound friendship in each other. They then proceeded to shout on top of the hill together as a form of release, and that was how they spent their final moments together before parting ways. Ali then bids the two farewell and tells them that he's finally heading home. The denouement in this plot closes the story for each of the character. More details written in the essay.
All in all, Pasport Ekspres is a very simple yet touching film that centers around three young men with very different background coming together by fate to find friendship and appreciation for the small state of Perlis. So you can see by using the Freytag Pyramid, it becomes really easy to analyze the structure of the plot. You can also use the same method to come up with a plot of your own. That's it for me. I'm Akila Naklis, and thanks for watching!